Hello internet, welcome back again. So today what we are going to do is we are going to solve another machine from tryhackme.com. So this machine is LFI, that is local file inclusion. So to be honest, a little disclaimer here, I actually don't know what local file inclusion is. So I'm completely in dark here as you are also. So we'll just jump right into the machine and we'll look into local file inclusion or file inclusion, what it is, what is the definition of it, or maybe some other resources to understand what we are going to do in this machine. And so first of all, let's start our normal routine, that is connecting with the TryHackMe network. And to connect with the TryHackMe network, we have to connect with the VPN network. So where is my file? Let me look for it. It must be in documents somewhere. Let me look for it fast. Yeah, there it is, prathamshival.ovpn. So I'll just sudo and what is the command for it? OpenVPN, right? Yeah, this is the command. OpenVPN. It will ask for the password. I'll give the password. That is it, and we're good here. Okay, so initialization sequence is completed. That means we are connected with the TryHackMe network. Now we can see, look at this access machine is red. If I refresh the page, it will turn into green. And apart from that, what are we going to do? So the task one is deploy. This is a beginner level room designed for people who want to get familiar with local file inclusion vulnerability. Okay, so local file inclusion is actually a vulnerability. It must be like some kind of a bug that occurs in a web application or some kind of application that lets people exploit it. If you have any kind of feedback, please, that's just about feedback and all. So I'll just start the machine and do some basic documentation process. And again, a little disclaimer again, that is, I am not a pro hacker or a pro cybersecurity expert or a pro cybersecurity anything. So I'll just document the whole process in my own way. I actually don't know the standard process, like what to do and how to move forward in such scenarios. So I want to make a directory first. Make a directory and the name will be file inclusion CTF. Okay, so move into that directory, file inclusion CTF. Okay, so I'll just touch a document here. A document. What is the spelling of document? It is this document.txt, and I will also open this document with mousepad document.txt. Okay, so we are good so far. And okay, another terminal. Okay, so now what we want to do is I'll just put some basic detail about this machine, like what is the machine name. The machine name is local file inclusion. Is that the correct spelling? I don't know. Just let me check. Inclusion, yeah, that is the correct spelling. And I need the machine IP also to document this. Machine IP is given to me, is the machine IP which is given to me. Yeah, that this is the machine IP, that is 10.10.240.5 204, sorry, my bad, 204.5. okay, so first we will check if we are connected to this machine or not, and then after that we will run a nmap scan for this machine and look for any open ports if there are any. Okay, so deploy the machine and start enumerating. We did that, so it is completed. And after that it is just saying that if you have deployed the VM, then try to find the LFI parameters and get the user and root flag. that is user flag and root flag. Okay, so it is just asking me to give the user and root flag, no hints here. So we'll just, okay, so yeah, here I'll just try to ping this machine. What was the IP of this machine? It was 10.10.10.204.5. Okay, so we are able to ping this machine, and 25% packet loss. Let me just do it again. Okay, so we are good so far. There are 0% packet losses. That means we are connected to this machine, and now we can try nmap scan on this machine. I want an nmap scan. This nmap scan will be a pretty initial nmap scan. I'll just do some initial scanning first on to know which ports are open, and then we'll just go deep in those particular ports. Not all the ports which are open or closed or filtered. So we'll just find out first that which ports are open, and then we'll dive deeper into those particular ports. Okay, so I'll just write initial here because it is an initial scan. And after that, what I want to do is I want to do a T5 SV, right? SV for the version, service version. The VV tag will go for the verbosity, and ON for the nmap initial nmap. I'll just give the target to it, 10.10.204.5, and apart from that we don't have to give any other option to it. Okay, so let's start the scanning process. Okay, so the verbosity option here gives us this, like we know that discovered port number 80 TCP and 22 TCP. So port 80 is for a web server, and port 22 is for SSH, that is secure shell, I guess. That is, I believe. Okay, so yeah, we are good. 3211 TCP and 3869 and 11,100. No, what was that? That's 11,111. These ports are filtered, so we don't need them, and we'll just copy this from here and document it here. Okay, so good. And after that, what we want to do is, okay, so we know that 22 port and 80 port are open, so we'll just deep dive into these ports and run some script scan also. I don't know what it will give me, if it will give me anything extra or not, but why not do it? Okay, so nmap. Okay, nmap, I want an aggressive scan on port 22 and 80, and SCSV VVON nmap deep 10.10.204.5. That is the IP, correct? Yeah, it is the IP. Okay, so yeah, let's run the scan, and let's just look into this 80 TCP port, what it is. Okay, so I'll just copy this IP from here, and as it is a web server, so it should show me something on the browser when I ask for it. Okay, so it is basic page like, hello world, welcome to my blog. This is currently in its early stage, but you can find some articles that I have wrote. Okay, so let's learn more about them. Okay, so it's nothing, it's just giving me this hash. That means this page does not go anywhere from this, like there is no links connected to this button. And search for anything, maybe we'll look into it later. This home button also does not do anything, it is also showing me this hash, and we'll just, okay, so search. Okay, search button will do something, let's look into it later maybe. And after that we have this hacking this world, LFI attack, RFI attack. Okay, so hacking this world is, there are various ways we can hack people and devices that these people depend upon. The best thing is that we don't even have to think about it twice, because bad things happen. This is something just the random stuff here. LFI attack, local file inclusion attack, is one using which you can include any local file, that is all the files that are present on the server. If the permission is right on the file, the most common file on Unix that we can check for is etc passwd or etc password. So those who don't know etc password is basically a file that is on our like Linux or Unix machine or Unix or Linux file system. So it what does it have? It I believe it have the all the user information, right? The root user information, the all those users which are on the Linux machine. It has the information about those users, like what are the password hashes for them, or maybe what are the default what do you call it, default shell for them. And also, okay, just let's just look into this etc password file, right? Okay, so we also did the scan and it is also completed, so I'll just copy that and paste that there in the document. Okay, deep scan was this. Okay, let's save this. Nothing new here, so I'll just okay. So now we were going to look into that password file. Okay, so let's just cat this etc passwd. Oh god, etc passwd. Okay, so you can look at it. This file contains so like huge amount of information. I don't even know what this information is. Like we can see we have a root account, and user bin zsh is the default shell for the root account. And there are so many accounts like daemon bin sys which are which we cannot even log into, right? It is shown no login. No login means that we cannot log into these accounts, games, and there are so many accounts like that. Okay, and apart from that, we can look our own account, that is Kali user bin zsh is the default shell for the Kali. This is our own account. If we create another user here, like there's a command that is add user. If I say add user and like just give it a name, add user Ron. Okay, so it is showing me only root may add user, right? That's my bad. I have to write sudo here. Sudo add user Ron. It will ask me for the password. Okay, we did that. Adding user Ron, new password. So it is asking me, so I'll just give the password Ron, full name Ron. I'll just give the room number 1 2 3 and work phone. I don't want to give that home phone. Nothing. Yes. Okay, so we are good to go. Like if we do it now, if we see cat etc password file, we can see that there is another user Ron here. So okay, so we got to know about this password file. This is something new. If you already know about it, that is super cool. If you don't, then I hope this video is somewhat informational for you. And apart from that, what were we gonna do? Yeah, we were looking at this web server or sorry, web application. So this is showing me that the most common file on Unix that we can check for is etc password file. So it is giving me some kind of idea, like we have to look for this file somewhere in this web application maybe. And RFI attack is remote file inclusion attack, is one in which server would include any file from outside the server. That means we can include any evil file from our server to the machine and then exploit it. Okay, so RFI attack is basically like maybe remote code execution, RCE. I don't know actually, but it is giving me some somewhat that kind of idea that we can put some evil or malicious file on the server, and after that we can exploit that server using that malicious file. So no, it is different actually. RFI is basically including a file, and remote code execution is basically executing a code on a server. So there's a slight difference between them. Actually, these both are different. I just realized that. And let's look into the view page source of this web application. Page source is giving me main jumbotron, and like nothing is here, nothing special is here, so I'll just cut this. And view details about this. Oh god, this is bunch of text and all whatnot. I just don't want to read the whole thing. Ethical hacking is legal, taken from, okay, so it is giving me some reference, like maybe this is this whole text was taken from this particular website. Okay, let's go back. And LFI attack. An attacker can use local file inclusion web application into exposing or running files. Okay, so basically we can use this LFI vulnerability to expose the running files on the web server. Maybe the files which are on the web server, we can expose those files using this LFI vulnerability if this LFI vulnerability exists on that particular web server. Okay, an LFI attack may lead to information disclosure, right? That is pretty much obvious from the previous statement. Remote code execution or even cross-site scripting, that is XSS. Typically, LFI occurs when an application uses the path to a file as input. Oh, okay. So when an application uses the path to a file as input. Okay, I am kind of understanding this. If the application treats this input as trusted, a local file may be used in the include statement. Okay. Okay, that is interesting. So you can look at this part. You can see that in this path over here, we have this name and then this LFI attack. So this is kind of showing me that LFI occurs when an application uses the path to a file as input. Okay, so it is using a path to a file as input. So basically this is an input, and if very similar to local file inclusion, a local file may be used in a include statement. We can use a local file. Local file is like a file that exists in the system. Local file inclusion vulnerability can be dangerous. Wait. There is some interesting information here. An attacker does not always have the ability to upload a malicious file to the application. So we all don't have the ability to upload a malicious file to the application. Even if they did, there is no guarantee that the application will save the file on the same server where the LFI vulnerability exists. Okay, so it is just saying that maybe it's hard for us to like upload a particular file to the web server. Even then, the attacker would still need to know the disk path to the uploaded file. Directory traversal, even without the ability to upload and execute code, a local file inclusion vulnerability can be dangerous. Okay, so directory traversal means that we are traversing the directory or the file system, like we do it here. Like right, if I do pwd, that is current working directory, so we can see that we are in home, Kali, documents and file inclusion. Let me just fire up another terminal here. If we just do this cd cd this, so we are now in the root directory. Okay, so if we do this ls, we can look at these different directories. If I want to move into the home directory, we can move into the home directory and look for the stuff that is there, that is Kali, that is our user account and the RON that we just created. Okay, we can also go back using this and look into another directory like cd run maybe. Okay, so and we can also look at the contents of this directory. And so this is basically directory traversal. We can move into different directories. So that is just directory traversal. And I just want to move this. Okay, so a local file inclusion vulnerability can be dangerous, and like attacker can still perform a directory traversal, path traversal attack using LFI vulnerability. Okay, so if we do this LFI vulnerability. If we exploit this LFI vulnerability, we can perform a directory traversal or a path traversal. That means we can look into the file system as follows. The http example.com, like this is just an example website. If we have a file here, and we do /// etc password in the above example, an attacker can get like okay, so we have an example here. We have a get request. Get request means we are asking server to give us this http example file name php. Okay, so it is if we click on a particular button, let's just take this scenario. We are on a particular web server or a website, and we are not on a web server, we are on a website, that is a web application, and we saw a button, we click on that, and we see this URL in the URL box here. So example.com file name.php. So it is executing this file. But if we change this with somewhat like this, something like this, and after that, if the server responds to us with the directory or the path, that means this web application has this LFI vulnerability. This vulnerability is kind of awesome, man. That is. An attacker may leverage the directory traversal vulnerability to access log files. Okay, so we can access log files if a particular web server is having this vulnerability, and source code and sensitive information, that is pretty much obvious. Okay, so this is taken from this. I'll just look at this particular website to understand it more. Okay, let's go to this. Look, this thing. Okay, so let's just try it. Okay, so I'll just maybe if let's just start burp suit first, because we don't know if this server will give me the response here or not. But with the burp suit we can look into the, what do you call it, like a request or anything. I'll have to set up the proxy and proxy also. I'll just do it real fast, because while my burp suit is opening, why is it not opening, man? Okay, it is here. Where is it? Here it is. I accept. Okay, next. Okay, I'll just go Foxy proxy extension. You must be aware of this extension. This extension makes your like setting proxies really easy, and I'll allow this extension to run on private pages. Okay, got it. And we are good, we are done with it. Okay, options. So we'll just add another proxy. I'll just name it burp. Okay, and we can also give it any color, like any random color. I want to give this color maybe, like, so we can just do it. And it is an HTTP proxy. Okay, that is cool. Proxy IP address or DNS name, we'll just give 127.0.0.1, the local host, and port is maybe 8080, or I'll just give 8080 because I don't know, I feel like it is 8080. And username and password, I just don't want to give this. I'll save this, and we are good to go. Okay, so let's just close this. I'll be needing this thing, so I'll just close it later, and I'll run the burp proxy. And there is another thing that I want to do. This close it right now. Okay, start burp, starting a project, please wait. Okay, so we have started the burp suit community edition, and in targets I'll just have to define a scope. Okay, so otherwise it will give me like whole lot of these requests from other pages also if I refresh on any other page. So I'll just provide this target, that is 10.10.205. 204.5. Okay, so I'll just put this in here, HTTP. Okay, so this will be the scope of our target. That means that if we refresh this page, the burp suite will capture all the requests that are made from this page only, no, not from any other page like Google or like I have this TryHackMe and what is local file, this page. It will only capture the traffic from this page. Okay, and I also want show only in scope items, because I just want to see in scope items, and also proxy, in proxy issue, not here, proxy options, and also do this, and URL is in the target scope, and we are good to go. HTTP history, nothing is there, intercept is currently on, and I'll just do this. Okay, so we got this request. Okay, so let's analyze this request. It is a GET request, and article name LFI attack and everything and whatnot. Okay, I'll just send it to the repeater, and we'll try to change this particular part from here, and I will just write this, so maybe it will give me something, and I'll send this. We got a server error, 500 internal server error. This server encounter either your server is overloaded or there is an error. Okay, so I'll add maybe one more thing and try this. I don't know actually what am I doing here. This is a server error. If I do this ls, maybe it won't work. I don't know why. Yeah, it didn't work. Okay, so let's look for etc/passwd, right? This is the file name, right, which is pretty common, so I'll just look for it. It is still showing me maybe more deeper or like in more previous directories. Still, let's just do it again, maybe it will show me something. Okay, so we got the answer from here. So okay, so here from this particular page, if we go back into the directory, again into another directory, and again into the parent directory of it, we can see this is the let me check one thing also. Do we have a robots.txt here? We did not perform any kind of directory scanning, right? So I'll just look for robots.txt. Okay, I need to do this. Forward this. Okay, robots.txt is not there. Okay, forward this particular, and repeater is. So we are looking at this. So when we did etc.passwd, we can look at this root and daemon and again all those things that we looked into our own local system, and we can look at the users, right? Okay, so these are no login, and this thing is pretty much interesting. Falcon Feast, and thousand Falcon Feast, home Falcon Feast, and bin bash is the default, and you can see also there is a comment down, write down this statement, Falcon Feast and the root password. So this is pretty much interesting. I'll just copy this and paste this into the document. With burp suite we can exploit the LFI, right? LFI vulnerability. We found this in etc/passwd, right? And also okay, So this is like, maybe this could be the potential Falcon Feast, and root password could be the username and password for this particular account, to like, and we also saw that 22 SSH port open, so we can also SSH into this. I'll just go for it in a while, maybe. And I want to look at this also. If we can move into the etc directory, maybe we can also move into the home directory, I guess. Home. And in the home there must be this Falcon Feast, right? Falcon, FEAST, Falcon Feast. And in there must be the user.txt. Let's try this. Maybe we can like, oh yes, we can get the what do you call it, user flag, like that only. So this is the LFI vulnerability. We can just catch this user text, and let's go to our tryhackme.com and give this to this and submit. Why is it not submitting? Proxy target intercept is off, basically. Okay, just let me refresh this page. Oh, I'm so sorry. This is the issue here. Okay, turn off it for right now. Okay, do it now. I occur with these issues because I am still a beginner and I am still understanding all these things. And also, like, do this again. Can we move into the intercept is on? Can we move into the root directory of it? Maybe we can. Let's look into root slash. Okay, so we were here. Root and slash root.txt, right? So this is. Let's just look for it, maybe. Oh, again, we got the root text here in the burp suite. And if we just put it here, where are we? Like right here. I'll just close this for now and put it here in this. Not with the space, and submit. Damn, that is it, I guess. Yeah. Congratulations message is up, so that means we have rooted this account. Oh, okay, let's also not end this video right here, and also look into the file system from the terminal as well. We know SSH, we can do SSH into the Falcon Feast at the rate, what was the IP of it? It was 10.10.204.5. okay, it will ask me for something like, yes, I want to do this, and the password for it is, what was the password? Password for it was root password. Okay, ROOTPASSWORD, root password. Enter. Okay, so we are in the system Falcon Feast. We already found these user text. Okay, so I'll just pwd. We are in home Falcon Feast ls user text. So I'll just cat user text user.txt. Just a second. User.txt, and that was the user flag that we found, right? 60989. Okay, yeah, this is same. I don't need the verb suite now, so I'll just close it. And also I'll also close this. We can find root and user flags from this user name and password by SSH. Okay, that is okay. Now Save it, obviously save it. And also, what is this articles, let's just move into this articles. What is this? What is in hacking LFI? Okay, so these hacking LFI attacks, RFI attacks is just that those buttons that we saw on the first page, right? Maybe I'm wrong. No, I'm not wrong. I'm right. So these pages, this is the thing. Okay, just so we don't want that. CD back and CD into this, CD into root. Okay, so we cannot move into root, but we already found that root flag. We cannot move into root, but we can also try to privilege escalate this system by using sudo l. Okay, so we can use this particular binary, user binary socat. I don't know what socat is, but we can also look for look onto GTFO bins for socat. We can just search socat and we can look yeah, we have sudo privileges for this particular binary, so we can use this particular command sudo socat std exec bin sh. Okay, so this command, this gtfo bins is showing or suggesting me that if we run this particular command, we can privilege escalate this whole system. Okay, so that is it. If we do pwd, oh no, not pwd, if we do who am I, so it will show me we are root. I'll just do ls, move into root first, ls, we can see root text here, cat root.txt, and you can see 429641410, that was 4296410. This is the root txt root flag. So that is it. This machine had this vulnerability that we call LFI, that is local file inclusion. If we just provide this file path into the URL, or maybe the in those parameters where we can give inputs, right? So if we do that, we can exploit this particular vulnerability and we can traverse the file system of the web server. And we just did that. We traversed the file system of this particular web server. We found out so many details, and by just providing that home/falcon feast we saw in burp suite, we can find out the root flag or the user flag. So this was an easy machine. I found out that this was really an easy machine, and that is it for today. And I will come back with another machine in a day or two maybe. I am currently a little busy because of my exams, and let's look ahead for another machine. Until next time, thank you very much. Bye bye.